Hey everybody, Father Mike here. Today is Friday, the fifth week of Lent. We're just now getting ready to enter into the holiest days of the year for us as Catholics, with Holy Week and particularly the celebration of the Triduum, which is really one liturgy stretched over 3 days. On Holy Thursday, we commemorate the Last Supper. On Good Friday, we celebrate the crucifixion of the Lord with our veneration of the cross and the acknowledgement of our own crosses in life. And of course, Holy Saturday with the Easter Vigil, we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. And I know that this year we're doing all of that in an unusual way for us as Catholics, virtually and with our inability to gather together in church. And yet I think doing it this way, while it involves, some surrender of our familiar practice, it also is an opportunity for us to claim the deep bonds that our rituals announce and profess that we are one in the Lord, even though we're in different households and oftentimes far removed from the people that we care about, the community of faith. Today's gospel issues a call for me and for you to truth, and not simply the truth of giving the correct information in my utterances. Truth in the sense that there's an integrity and a coherence which expresses itself primarily in my behavior and what I do. Think about my years in the seminary and the phrase observable behavior comes to my mind, that we're trying to figure out who this guy is on the basis of what he does. Now, of course, you can't read a book by its cover, but posing the question to ourselves, how does my behavior, how do my choices communicate to others who I really am? And that's something worth looking at, because it's if we're going to evangelize, if we're going to proclaim truths in our lives, the most powerful and the most believable way to do that is through what we do. Jesus says it. If you don't trust what I've said, then look at my works, because that will tell you who I am, and it will tell you that the Father is in me and I am in the Father. And the great conversion question that I dare not ask is, people looking at me, will they see in the way that I live my life that the Father is in me and I am in the Father? That call to self-evaluation is at the heart of the Lenten discipline of conversion and reflection and growth. And so it's something worth looking at, particularly as we have a little more time on our hands, some of us, and as we get into these holiest days of the year in the celebration of the passion, the death, resurrection of the Lord. Let's keep each other in our prayers.